Right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We can honestly now truthfully say that Johnny Depp has won completely. The judgment's been rendered, added, done. She now has to pay. It's good. Like, this is a huge win, massive win, in fact. Now she has to pay. If she doesn't, there's a 6% increase of the amount annually. So let's get into the intricacies behind this. They met on Friday, I think it was, to discuss the sort of finalisation of the trial. Elaine Bredehoff tried to, play some spin nonsense, but Judge Ascaret had none of it, absolutely none of it. So let's take a look, ladies and gents. This is a fascinating tale, and I guess we're sort of coming to an end of it. I mean, I don't think this is ever going to fully be over, because Amber Heard just doesn't know when to shut up. But obviously, after Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's final judgment is rendered, her rep made a bold comparison. So let's take a look, right? Because again, they just keep talking utter nonsense. As always. So the public is now a few weeks removed from the defamation trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. The thing about this is people are always like, oh, it's over. And people in the comments are like, why are you still talking about it? Well, because it's still important. Are we just going to let anyone be accused of domestic abuse and have their life ruined and then just drop it when it's done? No. If there's topics to cover about it and it's important, we're going to cover it. So that dust hasn't settled yet. Since the courtroom drama ended, Heard has been sharing her thoughts on the verdict and discussing factors like suppressed evidence that she personally believes would have changed the outcome. This is all alleged nonsense anyway, which she didn't think was fair. The actress's legal representation has now confirmed that she's seeking to appeal the jury's decision, which requires her to pay Depp millions of dollars. That's confirmed now. That's part of the final judgment, which is hilarious. And following the final judgment being rendered, and amid this attempt to appeal, Heard's rep made a bold comparison. So this was the final judgment, and this happened yesterday. So a final judgment in the court case between the two stars was rendered during a hearing Friday, so literally yesterday. As Deadline reports, it was thought that both would attempt to reach a settlement before Judge Penny Ascaret delivered the final verdict. I don't know why anyone thought both parties would do that. But Johnny Depp was going to do it through altruism, was he? He was going to be altruistic. Why? Amber Heard ruined his entire life. Why would he do that? Why did anyone think? I didn't think he was going to do that. Did you think he was going to do that? I mean, he's a nice guy, but why would he? She then went and did interviews, lambasting him, saying more defamatory nonsense. Again. Why was he going to do that? I don't know why anyone thought that this was going to be the case, but yeah, apparently people did. But anyway, Amber Heard's main attorney, Elaine Bredehoff, reportedly engaged in a tense back and forth with Ascaret before expressing her client's intentions to appeal. Sometime later, while referencing the move, a rep apparently referenced something said in another major ongoing legal situation. Utter nonsense. As stated in yesterday's congressional hearings, you don't ask for a pardon if you are innocent, and you don't decline to appeal if you know you are right. Fucking God, these people, they are beyond the pale. So the sentiments obviously come from the House Select Committee's recent hearings, which centered on January 6th. Why are you comparing this to January 6th? Jesus Christ. Utter nonsense. But they say this, if anything though, it indicates just how serious a client is about appealing a case. How can she do it if she's got no money? Such a process could be somewhat difficult for Amber Heard though, as the judge informed the star's attorney, an appeal will require her legal team to file motions within the court on her behalf. So she has to pay, lawyers. And then Heard will also have to provide an $8.35 million bond, which includes 6% interest per year, in order to get the ball rolling. Now, some people initially thought that she could get away with just doing, what was it? That they get away with just doing 10% or something like that. Now, I'm no lawyer. That's what I heard at the time. But it turns out that that's not the case either. So, good. Massively good that isn't going to happen. And she does actually have to pay the whole lot. That's a win and a half, isn't it? Now, before the latest development, the actress was already required to pay a hefty sum of money to former husband Johnny Depp, per the jury's verdict. Earlier this month, the 7-person tribunal found the Aquaman actress guilty on 3 counts of defamation, and as a result, Depp was awarded a compensatory $10 million and $5 million punitive damages. That was obviously changed, and we know how that works. They need to go over it. Amber Heard's financial standing has since been a significant topic of discussion. After the ruling was announced, her lawyers insisted that she was unable to pay the money. However, a number of people seemed to take notice when Heard used a private plane days after a legal team made the assertion about the money. And then she went on a stupid-ass PR spin nonsense, basically trying to be like, oh yeah, look at me, I shop in TJ Maxx. I got no money. Yeah, that doesn't really count if you got there on a private jet. But anyway, some may continue to discuss this matter now that the star seems set on pursuing the pricey appeal she and her legal team have 21 days to file for. Literally 21 days. I think what I find great about this, if she does appeal, she's not going to win, right? Of course there's a chance she could, and I understand that. I firmly don't think she'll win the appeal. And if she doesn't win the appeal, good. You know what? Good. Because then that sets an actual legal precedent which can then be referenced in court to make other decisions by other judges relating to this case, and that is important, and that is why I think this is a good thing, it going to appeal. Not only that, because it will rinse Amber Heard as well. All in all, it would appear that things are far from over from a legal standpoint between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, who's about to return to court for another assault related case, which I've covered. It's such absolute garbage nonsense. It's utter nonsense. And I think as well, yeah, I mean, that's not going to happen at all. I don't see, how that's going to change anything by any stretch of the imagination. But there was an interesting Twitter thread from Law and Crime Network, an individual that was there during this case, right? So here's the lowdown on what happened in Johnny Depp v. Amber Heard today. The hearing started with Elaine Bredehoff asking about a briefing scheduled to post-trial, post-verdict motions. This is how done Judge Penny Ascott is. Judge Ascott said something to the effect of, "We don't do that," and mentioned that Elaine Bredehoff has been practicing there for 20 years. Elaine, just fucking straight down the line. And Bredehoff wanted to schedule hearings. Judge Ascott said, "I've had this case for 18 months, and we had a 6-week trial. We don't need a hearing." Elaine Bredehoff said, "Your Honour can decide on the papers." Judge said, "Absolutely." Elaine Bredehoff said something about the post-trial motion being ministerial. Judge A said, "This judgment is final today. I'm putting final on the order." Fucking hell. Ben Chew and Andrew Crawford appeared in court for Johnny Depp. Ben Chew said, "We won't be filing any post-trial motions. We will be responding to Ms. Heard." And Ben Chew notes, Exhibit A on the judgment, JD's objections to it, see below. These are the objections. Many objections to the judgments are listed, including the fact that JD was found liable for statements made by his lawyer, Adam Wardman, to the Daily Mail, in which said it was a hoax, also called 2 million judgment excessive. So Johnny Depp preserving options by the sounds of it. He can pay it, but preserving options. Amber Heard has said she will appeal. Judge Ascott notes that in order to do so, she has to post a suspension bond. The judgment, $10.35 million plus 6% interest annually. EB said she wants to address bond in post-trial motions. Judge Ascott said the bond must be posted. Basically, can we pay this post-trial? No. No, you can't, was what Judge Penny said. Judge Azkura also said she noticed Elaine Brederhoff et al. Filed things under seal. There was discussion that everything really became unsealed when the trial started, and that she... what was this? And that she intended to unseal everything at end of hearing. So that's good. The motion to try and keep everything sealed, completely gone. Elaine Brederhoff said to Judge Azkura, "I hope Your Honour had a nice vacation." And the judge walked out. Literally not having any of it. So I guess we could say that absolutely Johnny Depp did win. Good day. But there'll still be more of this to come. There will be things happening further. So leave your thoughts down below. Have a great weekend. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out my Teespring store. Supporting the channel via this way does go a long way. But also, not only that, you do get to wear some awesome merch. These are one-of-a-kind designs designed for me by my graphic designer. We, of course, have our Clown World line, which is in mugs, hoodies, t-shirts. We've got Space Jeebus. And then for something a little bit different, we, of course, have right down at the bottom right here, we have our Pulsar GTIR. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out and supporting my second channel, which is Car Nonsense. This is a vlog and car channel. You can find links to this in the description box, along with my Teespring. Please do consider supporting.